Hi everyone, my name is Peter. Welcome to this YouTube tutorial. In this section, we are going to continue with the anti-seizure drugs, and today we are going to look at a class of drugs called the benzodiazepines. So today we shall look at their mechanism of action, their pharmacokinetics, and some of the side effects seen with these drugs, and also some drug interactions. So to begin with the mechanism of action, these drugs, they're proposed to have two mechanisms of action. So the first one is they inhibit the sodium and calcium channels. So we know if a person is having a seizure at the focal point, there is repetitive firing of nerve impulses. So therefore, these drugs are going to inhibit the sodium and calcium because these two ions are responsible for the propagation of these impulses. So inhibition of these channels will stop that repetitive firing seen in seizure activity. So, and also they have another mechanism of action whereby they have what we call a benzodiazepine receptor on this type of receptor. They have a portion where they bind and cause an influx of chloride ions. So excessive influx of chloride ions is going to cause what we call hyperpolarization of the postsynaptic neurons. So therefore, it's going to inhibit further excitation of the neurons, so leading to arresting this seizure activity. And in their pharmacokinetics, we have a bunch of benzodiazepines that we use in seizure management. And the first one is diazepam. So the diazepam can be given IV, IM, and exists as a rectal gel. So this rectal gel is given in repetitive seizures, whereas an IV and IM are essential in status epilepticus. And we also have another drug called lorazepam. So lorazepam has a very high half-life of 72 hours. This drug acts for a long time, so it is very good at managing these seizures, though it has a prolonged onset of action, so it takes long for this drug to work, but when it's in the body, it is there for a long time. Whereas diazepam has a very fast onset and also works for a very short time. So that's why we give it in this status epilepticus. Then after, you can give this other drug to prolong the what? To prolong the anti-seizure activity of this diazepam. So another drug is clonazepam, also used in seizure management. And another one we have is midazolam. So this midazolam has a half-life of 3 to 4, and it is more potent than IV diazepam. It's given IM and IV, but this drug at the low pH, it's imidazole group. It has an imidazole ring here. If this is diazepam, this drug has an additional imidazole ring, and this ring is open at low pH and closed at high pH. So this gives this drug ability to be given as IM. Its IM dosing is equivalent to the IV dosing of diazepam. It is more efficacious than, the IM is the same as IV diazepam. So therefore, it is better than diazepam in managing seizures or status epilepticus. And its IV has a very fast onset because it is lipophilic. When it's at a physiological pH, it is lipophilic, whereas at a low pH, it is hydrophobic. So therefore, it's hydrophilic at a low pH and lipophilic at physiological pH. So this drug can be used at any time at either IM or IV, as well as for diazepam. IV is good for status epilepticus and these repetitive seizures. sometimes they resist the use of rectal gel, so therefore we see more of more repetitive seizures as far as when we give this rectal gel, whereas this midazolam IM and IV are more efficacious than the diazepam. So another drug we have to look for is clozapine. So this drug clozapine and diazepam have the same active drug. They are like prodrugs, and the active drug is called desmethodiazepam. So what happens is that when this drug reaches the stomach, it is decarboxylated to this active metabolite, and this is the same active metabolite we see when the diazepam is in the blood. So therefore, these two have the same prodrug, which is desmethodiazepam. So now, if we look at the side effects of this drug, so we have what we call ataxia, which is impaired movement. Dizziness is seen, even though in low doses, with the cause what we call hypotension, and respiratory. They do cause what we call respiratory depression. So therefore, it should be cautious when you're giving these drugs in children and elderly people. So, and also another thing is that the DDIs we see with these drugs is they are metabolized by the cytochrome 3A4. So therefore, drugs like carbamazepine, phenytoin, they are going to affect the mode of action of these drugs, because these drugs induce this enzyme which will metabolize these drugs. So therefore, should be used with cautious. So therefore, another thing to watch out for lorazepam may not be affected by this, because it has what we call a 3O demethylation, or a 3O demethylation by these glucuronides. So this drug does not undergo enzyme activity, but it is excreted by addition of this group of the glucuronide, the 3O glucuronide. So therefore, lorazepam is not so much affected by these cytochrome 3,4 enzymes. So basically, this is it for these benzodiazepines. So thank you very much for watching. So catch you next time as we discuss some of the last drugs in anti-seizure management. Bye for now.